YouTube, man. You know, today I reckon to the best player of all time, Kobe Bean Bryant. I got my Kobe Bryant jersey on. We're finna see. No, I think he's better than LeBron and Jordan. So, what I'm saying? He's a legend of all time. We're finna see his highlights and see why he is one of the greatest of all time. Now, without further ado, like, comment, and then you can subscribe as well. So, don't forget to subscribe. And let's get it going.
Successful, you have to be able to persevere. And so people see your success now, but you've had to overcome.
Oh, no. Alright. There we go.
Kobe Bryant put winning over everything. He was an asshole, a hopeless romantic, and an obsessive maniac. But how good was he actually? Early life and road to the NBA. Kobe's dad may have been a millionaire, but this didn't make Kobe's life easy. Like Will Smith, Kobe was born in Philadelphia, and his father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, played for the 76ers. After 8 years in the NBA, Jellybean moved his family to Italy to play basketball abroad. Kobe was just 6 years old, and he didn't speak a lick of Italian. Switching schools every time his father changed teams didn't help. And the cherry on top, he was the only black kid at all of them. This shaped Kobe as a person and a player. Struggling to fit in, he always gravitated towards basketball. He learned to play in isolation for hours. Basketball became his safe space, and where he could prove himself against the kids who didn't accept him. When he wasn't playing, he watched NBA games on VHS and dreamt of becoming an NBA player. When Kobe was 13, Bryant's family returned to Philadelphia. Once again, he was alienated because he didn't know American slang. He would silence those who teased him on the basketball court. Bryant was obsessive about the game from a very early age and worked on his basketball skills tirelessly. As an upperclassman, he played all 5 positions for Lower Merion High School and averaged 31 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 blocks. Senior year, he led Lower Merion to their first state championship in 53 years and was named Naismith High School Player of the Year and a McDonald's All-American. There was a huge hype about where he'd go to college. Then, Kobe surprised everybody. Bryant organized a press conference and announced that he would skip college.
Player of the year, and he went to the goddamn McDonald's All-American. That's crazy, bro.
And take his talents to the NBA. Kobe was just the 6th player in history to go to the NBA directly from high school. So naturally, NBA executives were reluctant to draft him. But after he destroyed Michael Cooper in practice, Lakers GM Jerry West knew that he was watching the best pre-draft workout he'd ever seen, and that Kobe was the best player in the 1996 draft. West was so determined to draft Kobe that he finessed the Charlotte Hornets into drafting Bryant and trading him to LA for Vlade Divac. Brash youngster. I'm Kobe Bryant, and I'm not going to get punked by anybody. That was the first thing Kobe said at his first training camp practice. He let the other Lakers know he's no ordinary rookie. Even as a skinny young kid, Kobe was fearless from the get-go, relentless in every practice and every game. Kobe entered the 1997 Slam Dunk Contest and won. His teammates lovingly called him Showboat, but it wasn't all good. In his first playoff series, Bryant famously shot 4 air balls in overtime against Utah. By his second season, he was already averaging 15 points per game. He even became the youngest All-Star starter in NBA history, but didn't start on his own team. His most memorable moments from '98 were playing against Black Jesus. MJ was impressed by Kobe on how he would unapologetically ask for
Calling a man Black Jesus is crazy.
Playing against Black Jesus. MJ was impressed by Kobe on how he would unapologetically ask for advice and wasn't starstruck by Jordan. Kobe went on to finish second in the 6th Man of the Year voting. But come playoffs, the Lakers would repeat history and lose to Utah. In 1999, Kobe finally became a permanent starter and averaged 20 points per game, though this wouldn't stop the Lakers from getting swept in the playoffs. The Lake Show knew something had to change, so they appointed Phil Jackson as the new head coach. Laker Dynasty. In 1998, Shaq and Kobe had their first fight, and O'Neal nearly decapitated Bryant. However, Phil Jackson was called the Zen Master for a reason. He challenged O'Neal to get into the best shape of his life, and Shaq dominated like never before. Kobe was an all-star, averaging 22, 6, and 5, and the Lakers were firing on all cylinders. They went on to win 67 games in the regular season, which was the 5th best result in NBA history. Shaq won the MVP trophy. Kobe was named to the All-NBA second team and was the youngest player ever ever to be selected in the all-defense first team. But once again, playoffs were no cakewalk for the Lakers. It was the fourth quarter of Game 7 in the Western Finals, and the Lakers were losing by 15 against Portland. Everyone thought it was the end for the Lakers, until Kobe and Shaq powered one of the best comebacks in NBA history. Bryant was phenomenal in the clutch, with his crossover on Scottie Pippen, and the alley-oop to Shaq clinched the game and the series. But their work wasn't finished. They still had the finals against the Pacers, and in Game 2, it happened. Jalen Rose had deliberately put his feet under Kobe in Game 2 and twisted his ankle. Bryant was forced to miss Game 3, and Indiana comfortably won that game. What the Pacers didn't realize is Kobe is one resilient SOB. He returned in Game 4 with a vengeance. When Shaq got ejected, Kobe put the team on his shoulders and carried them to a win. The Lakers would break the Pacers in 6 games, and Kobe jumped in Shaq's arms to celebrate their first ever title together. However, things never stayed good for long between Shaq and Kobe. After the first title, Shaq was content. So content, he spent his summer eating burgers and drinking pina coladas. Kobe, on the other hand, spent the summer in the gym. So when he had seen Shaq in the preseason out of shape, Kobe lost his mind, and their feud started again. But Shaq's laziness gave Kobe more opportunities to dominate. Bryant averaged a career-high 28.5 points per game. And thankfully, once the playoffs came, Shaq was the athletic beast he was the year before, and the Lakers were unstoppable. They swept all 3 series in the Western Conference. Who would stop them from doing the same in the finals? Well, he was small, but he was a problem. His name was Allen Iverson. AI mercilessly dropped 48 in the Staples Center, stepped over Tyronn Lue, and won Game 1 for the Sixers. But Shaq and Kobe took AI's disrespect personally, and they couldn't let that slide. The Lakers came back and won the next 4 games to clinch their second consecutive title. Their 15-1 playoff run was the best in history, until 2017, when the Warriors went 16-1. In 2002, Kobe led the Lakers in assists, and he averaged 25 per game. Mamba made the first All-NBA team for the first time in his career, plus the first team All-Defense. He also won the All-Star Game MVP team for the first time in his career, plus the first team
That's crazy.
All-Defense. He also won the All-Star Game MVP, and the Lakers continued to dominate the opposition until they reached the conference finals and the Sacramento Kings. The Kings were the best team throughout the season, and Chris Webber was playing at the MVP level. The Kings took a 3-2 lead in the series, and to be honest, they would have probably won Game 6 too, had it not been for one of the worst refereeing jobs in NBA history. The refs stole that win for the Lakers, but LA won Game 7 fair and square. In the finals, they quickly dismantled the Nets in 4 games. Shaq was the finals MVP for the 3rd time in a row, and Kobe became the youngest player ever with 3 championships. Fallout with Shaq. After 2002, Kobe was one of the best offensive players in the game. He knew when to shoot and when to pass. The problem was, sometimes he didn't want to pass. Kobe, being one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, always guarded the best opposing guard in the clutch. He understood the game tactically. He had all the moves and counter moves. In 2003, he dropped 55 on Jordan. He averaged over 32 points in the playoffs, but the Spurs were too strong that year. The only thing that Kobe had not fully mastered was emotional intelligence and being a leader. In 2004, his beef with Shaq became unbearable. Both Shaq and Kobe acted childishly, but Kobe did Shaq dirty after discussing Shaq's marriage with the media. Ironic, because he was also going through a court case in Colorado, which proved his own infidelity. Craziest part is at the same time as his trial, Kobe was playing in the playoffs. It takes a cold-blooded individual to be facing a lengthy jail sentence and still go out to perform as well as he did. The Lakers added Karl Malone and Gary Payton, so everybody thought they would be crowned champions again. But Kobe beefed with both Shaq and Malone. The lack of chemistry showed its ugly head when it was most important. Kobe was forcing things in the finals against the Pistons. He took by far the most shots on the team, despite hitting only 38% from the field and 17% for 3, and the Lakers lost in 5 games. Something had to change, so Shaq was traded to Miami, and Kobe had the chance to prove that he could win without him. Individual greatness. Kobe was a maniac. For all the kids out there that want to be like Kobe, here's some advice. Don't do it. Because Kobe was 1 in a billion, he ran himself into the ground to become a perfect basketball player. He was in the gym up to 3 times a day, and he wouldn't leave practice without making 400 shots. But it was because Kobe was such a maniac that he produced some of the greatest memories for basketball fans around the world. In 2005, he scored 62 points against the Mavs in just 3 quarters, and 3 weeks later, he notoriously scored 81 against the Raptors, the second highest highest scoring game in NBA history. Bryant averaged 35 points per game in 05 and 31 in 06. He was in his athletic prime. Kobe led the league in scoring, and his highlights of that era are a thing of beauty. But that same year, the Lakers somehow missed the playoffs, and in 06 and 07, they lost to the Suns in the first round.
All right, now I see this Cuddy play now, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But to be sick.
If I didn't have you,
Kobe, I'll say it again, Shaq and Kobe.
Damn.
This man played with a broken finger and won a championship. Had to rotate the ball off of the broken finger.
The celebration has begun on the Laker bench. And the Los Angeles Lakers will make it a second straight NBA crown.
That's fucked up.
With a 15-1 run. It's an actual discussion you can have now.
Oh, I said it a year and a half ago. Nowhere in the world would I ever put anybody in the conversation with Michael Jordan. But Kobe Bryant is there.
And now no one's asking the question, is he the next Michael Jordan? The question's been answered. He's it.
And beautiful thing is that they're just getting started.
We're going to get another one next year. Again. Back to back to back. That's how you have to be if you want to be a winner. There's just no way around it. Swish. Holla. That's why I get the money. Holla. Look at my mansion.
Your love's a sword, slicing gently through my body, burn so sweet. Blood boils when you speak, makes me weak.
There was a way to handle Shaquille O'Neal and extend the winning with Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think that was handled well.
This guy got bounced. Hey!
we're all waking up every day trying to be, you know, above average or something.
Hey, my goodness.
This guy was waking up every day wanting to be the greatest basketball player to ever touch the earth.
Complicated shots, shooting over taller opponents, footwork with extraordinary grace, the elan vital of the athletic balladry.
Ooh. Shaq left side to Ori, looking for Kobe to get some space against George Lynch. 2 seconds, 1 second, Kobe. Kobe for the win! Kobe the dagger! The dagger!
Is the rest of the league lying down saying, okay, the Lakers, you have it? Because everybody out here says the Lakers are by far the best team, nobody can beat them.
I think there has been nobody better than Kobe Bryant. I think with the kind of will to win.
He's tied at 103. Now you normally wouldn't be concerned about, but he's hit 2 in a row, so you better be cognizant of where that veteran is. In Kobe's hands, 8 to go. Bryant's had an unbelievable quarter. He spins, he shoots.
Oh, that spin move was nice.
Lakers lead. Timeout, Mavs. 8.4 to go.
40 points for Kobe Bryant.
He was the most dominating offensive force.
Kobe Bryant with 42. Remember that streak of 7 straight 40-point games. Kobe.
Damn.
Players nowadays don't dominate the box.
Kobe Bryant with 42. Remember that streak of 7 straight 40-point games. Kobe.
Players nowadays don't dominate the boxes and elbows. You and MJ are 2 of the best at doing that.
We mentioned he gained 15 pounds of muscle, right?
Kobe's the second greatest shooting guard
Bro, those are Yao Ming, bro.
of all time.
ball to number 8. You never know what's going to happen. Count that. That's looking for.
This guy's crazy. Woo! Yeah!
What did I just see?
When and why did you come to the revelation that this is the greatest player on the planet, Kobe Bryant?
Here we go. The ball comes in. Kobe's got it. Above the three-point line, taking a little bit of time.
Kobe Bryant.
Wow.
Too much is always going to be Kobe Bryant's gift and his curse. There were times it drove both his friends and his teammates away.
Horn, Fisher, nice rotation of Bryant. Buckle up!
Oh my!
Kobe Bryant just sucked the gravity out of the targets.
A lot of people thought we had problems. We never really had problems at all. I'm the big brother, he's the little brother. I want him to be the best player in the world.
You can have a combative relationship, win championship, and then sit back 50 years from then as friends.
Now, you got to get this in from Kerry.
Oh my! This guy dumps on
For the Lakers, this was their third consecutive finals appearance.
Kobe starts on the defensive end.
If Michael Jordan is the original, Kobe Bryant is the remix, baby.
The Los Angeles Lakers have made it 3 straight.
With Shaq and Kobe, Shaq is the most dominating, impressive, imposing force on the court. They're scary.
They wrap it up in the 4-game sweep by beating the Nets 113.
And by 23, he had helped lead the Lakers to 3 straight championships.
I knew it was bad when Kobe got in trouble. I said, this is a wrap for us. He's one of the most wholesome dudes we had.
Lakers All-Star Kobe Bryant arrested by Eagle County, Colorado sheriffs. Bryant complied with an arrest warrant, turned himself in Friday, July 4th, and will have to answer charges of felony sexual assault.
You know, to have to go through something like that, you know, with not only individually, but, you know, as a family. And then, you know, for the organization, the Lakers organization, my teammates.
I'm innocent. You know, I didn't force her to do anything against her will. I'm innocent.
Bryant fell back to earth, and the landing has jolted a nation.
What if we brought together 4 players who averaged 20 points per game this season before and put them on the same team?
You talked about Shaquille O'Neal, where you basically said that he was fat and out of shape.
I knew the fire that I lit. I knew what I said, and he knew what he said.
Because I had you, I was able to just chill out into something. Do what I do.
See, that's what pissed me off. That was it right there. That was.
You know, and I always told Shaq that, you know, even in practice, I used to tell him, man, you gotta get ready. Did he like hearing it? Probably not.
Damn. Yo, he hit that shot like 5 times already, bro. Damn.
Kobe himself was required to constantly fly in and out of Colorado, so this definitely affected Kobe's performance on certain nights.
I felt like there's so many things coming at once. It was just becoming very, very confusing. I had to organize things. So I created the Black Mamba.
Mamba, as he's known as, the killer black snake, has the killer look in his eyes right
now. Kobe kept it together. Thank God he held his game together, because if he was cracking under pressure and getting like 6 points a game, the whole LA would have been like, that nigga is guilty.
You don't want to step to this. It's the
I may have ruined my life. I may have never come back from this, but the one thing I can control right now is what I do on the basketball court.
Wild three,
Make that?
I can control right now is what I do on the basketball court.
Wild three.
public is still giving Kobe the benefit of the doubt. He's one of the few black celebrities that get that. Not because he's a celebrity, more because, you know, the girl showed up with 8 different scenes to the investigation. You can't do that.
The crowd's yelling stuff at you, you heard it, and you almost had to create this alternative character.
Kobe has to deal with these issues. The Black Mamba steps on the court and does what he does.
It's the Black Mamba. The Black Mamba follows a trail of aerial clues. Potent venom floods the system, killing it swiftly.
Another 3 is good. One away from tying the franchise records.
Well, Dennis Scott, if you're watching somewhere, your record is in big-time jeopardy. He's got 10.
This dude came out and was kicking our butt.
This is right during the middle of when he was going back and forth to Colorado.
Establishing a new NBA record.
Kobe talks about so much stress and fighting between him and Vanessa. She has a miscarriage, and he actually blames himself for it.
And my favorite moment that we ever had was on the bus leaving the arena, leaving Arco Arena.
When we got there, people were mooning us.
Uh-huh.
So after the game, all of us put our ass on the window. We mooned them. We got to see a lot of different shades of the moon that night.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. All of us lined up, both sides of the bus.
Kobe Bryant flying out of the corner of your screen, and he catches that.
Kobe and maybe LeBron James could make that finish.
Damn.
Michael Jordan to us is the GOAT. To Kobe Bryant is the GOAT.
Good guarded by Yao. Yao had a piece of his jersey. Here comes Kobe around the corner.
Right over Yao. Oh, my goodness. Did he even see the basket? Yao stepped out.
Approaching 7 to play.
I think after the whole Colorado incident, too, it chiseled him even more.
Against the Grady.
Yeah, but a lot of that stuff was created by me. I used to push his buttons, he used to push my buttons, and it made us perform at high levels.
A lot of times as a coach, you see guys want to have a space that they kind of define as this is my area. You know, Kobe's saying, don't talk about my game, I won't talk about yours.
Now to 4, here's Fisher.
To Dwight Howard.
And he talks about the dark side of these type of athletes, the mindset of someone like Kobe. It is one mission and one mission only. All he cares about is winning. More than anything else in the world. Literally more in family, more in religion, more in money, more in fame.
Our 4th time in the finals, thanks to that man right over there.
They want to win that game at all costs, and they'll do whatever it takes.
We also thought the Pistons had no chance. No chance whatsoever.
Basketball's culture is about the young prodigy. And Kobe was, for about a 10-year window, the prodigy.
They start with Shaq. He gives it to Walton. Here comes Kobe. Less than 5 from way outside. Got it! Oh, man! The 2.1. Michael Jordan.
Kobe Bryant has it. Whatever that it is, Al, he has it. He has the ability to make big shots.
You guys were such huge personalities, and maybe that could be why.
It wasn't just that they beat the Lakers, it was how they beat the Lakers. Were you surprised at how easy it was?
Yeah, I didn't think they could dominate a team that won 3 rings to the extent that they would completely demoralize them and really take their will to play, which is exactly what they did.
How did they take the Lakers hard?
The 2004 Lakers were one of the most hyped up yet disappointing teams of all time.
But the Detroit Pistons have just shocked the Los Angeles Lakers. 100-87 to win the NBA title. And for the Lakers, it truly will be the end of a particular era. They've had the 3 championships. They brought in the other guys. We talked about how much they'll revamp.
Everyone is we won 3 out of 4. Don't get no better than that. Doesn't matter how many fights we had, how many scuffles we had.
I can't remember if I like what I said. Shaq's future is certain. A big shift in the balance of power in the NBA as the league's most dominant player is headed back east, the newest member of the Miami Heat.
Remember this? I'm going to bring a championship to Miami, I promise. Do you wish you and Kobe would have handled y'all relationship differently? And if so, how many championships do you think y'all could have won?
Wow, that's crazy.